take a few minutes, you're going to ask these people for advice. Here's my unsolved problem, here's a solution, can you help me improve the solution? And people generally like to give advice. Actually, you make them feel pretty good, because most people, when you ask them for advice, they feel like, oh, good thing you asked me, I happen to be an expert in this area. We've all given advice. So, it's all tapping into, all this stuff is tapping into the stuff that works. So, you get 3 pieces of advice from each. Now, you do not have to take that advice. You're going to get a lot of crappy advice. You still say thank you. They still feel invested. You don't have to use that advice. And as you get this advice, also, if you get 3 pieces of advice from 10 people, that's not 30 unique pieces of advice. You're going to get the same stuff over and over again. The stuff you get the most, that's probably the stuff you should do. You'll know your business better than me, but that's what happens. Also, as you get advice from the first 2 or 3 people, you start using that advice and improving it, so by the time you're the person number 8 in this stage, it's been improved a lot. And your level of sense of ownership of your project starts increasing a lot. And this weird thing happens at later stages usually. People start thinking that as the idea improves, they start calling you a genius because they think that you did it. Even if you tell them it's because of this process, they won't listen, because they have their beliefs. You ought to be a genius because they want to protect themselves because they're not doing that thing. So you improve after each one, and you end every. This is one of the big scripts. This is this. I believe that this is worth the price of admission here. Well, you didn't pay that much to get in here, but your time. End every conversation with, is there anything I didn't think to ask that's worth bringing up here? At this stage, you're practicing it. Because friends and family, not generally people in the business, but when you're talking to people in the business, this kind of question gives you answers that you could never have dreamt of thinking of knowing. And the other one, is there anyone that you could think of to put me in touch with that could help me here? And most of the time, you don't get much connection, but every now and then you get connections to a doctor at Yale who puts you in touch with a medical device company. Next thing you know, you're in prototype. So the result here is that you have a new presentation, again, not yet of slides, it's still just talking, but of an idea that has been improved roughly 30 times, 10, 20, 30 times, from different advice from different people. Total cost is 0. And actually,